Hey guys, welcome back to the Cult Classic Kids Show, and today we're here talking about The Last of Us Part 1. Picture for a moment what could have been. Now imagine The Last of Us Part 1, new AI, the controller haptics, the 3D audio, the workbenches, the real-time cutscenes, the accessibility features that go above and beyond The Last of Us Part 2, speedrun modes, the new outfits, the amazing graphics, then also picture Last of Us Part 2 gameplay with all the fucking bells and whistles, uh, playing better than ever before. Also picture the Last of Us factions multiplayer in that game as well, where you could take that amazing multiplayer, you could take that amazing gameplay to the multiplayer and play that shit out in ways that at this point we're only imagining. And just imagine that entire situation was real. To me, that sounds like a game that is worth $70. Admittedly so. And as we all know, I've only paid for about, I think, to this date, only 2 games over the past 2 years that are worth $70. Base copies of the game. Now, if that was the base copy of The Last of Us Part 1 remake, I would pay that $70. Because I know the amount of hours I would get out of the multiplayer alone would justify that cost. The amount of time I would sink into that game, experiencing the perfect world scenario where we do have The Last of Us story, The Last of Us Part 2's fucking gameplay, and then factions multiplayer. That is a dream. That's literally at this point a dream. And the fact that Naughty Dog is going not even half into me, it's disappointing. And it's okay to admit the game is disappointing even if you're gonna buy it anyway, because I think that dream, that thing I told you to imagine, sounds so much better than what has been presented to us. And I think it's fair to just come out and admit to that. I think that's, people simp for Naughty Dog really fucking hard. And it's disappointing that what is expected of them has not been carried out. Now, does The Last of Us Part 1 as it stands look nice? Hell yeah, it looks nice. It looks pretty goddamn nice. But at the end of the day, in terms of gameplay, I'm not doing anything different from the original game. How can you justify paying $70 for that? Look, I paid $10 for the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves upgrade. $10. All I had to do is pop in my disc. It asked me, do you want to get the PS5 upgrade? Pay $10. Okay. GTA. GTA 5. They asked me, do you want to get the upgrade? Pay $10. Fine. Because, look, at the end of the day, the reality is they put some work into this shit. So it's like, I'm willing to pay a little extra. I'll pay the $10. I don't expect to get shit for free by any means. So for me, comparing what was done with the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection as well as the GTA 5 upgrade, I'd say I paid $10 for each of those upgrades. I'll pay $20 for The Last of Us Part 1 because as far as it stands, it's not a remake, it's just simply a remaster. That's just what it is, man. There's nothing new for me to come back to. There isn't. It's the same game. I'm going to be doing the same thing that I did for the past 2 releases that I paid for. I bought a PS3 because I wanted to play The Last of Us so bad because I love zombie games. I bought a PS3 just to get that game, and then they came out with the remaster. I wasn't mad about it. It was my decision to buy the PS3. I'm glad I bought the PS3. I still have the PS3, and I'm glad that The Last of Us convinced me to do that. So I paid for the remaster on the PS4 because I wanted the 60 FPS. The experience was well worth it. I played the online. Oh my god, playing online at 60 FPS, it was such a difference in terms of the way the gameplay felt that it was well worth it for me. I enjoyed that game. I played it even more than I played the PS3 version because it was smooth. It was smooth and it was really, really good. And overall, it was everything I expected from a remaster. Last of Us Part 1 acts as though it's a remake, and I'm not willing to pay again for a game that isn't a true remake. I'm not doing anything differently. The experience from a gameplay perspective, which is in fact the most important part of a video game. Okay, don't let the don't let little weird things that Naughty Dog tells you fool you. The most important thing about a game is the gameplay. And you're not gonna have me triple dip on a fucking game that doesn't at all change its gameplay at full price every time. I paid full price for the past 2 The Last of Us releases. I'm not paying fucking full price, and that price is even more than any of the previous 2 releases. That's what it comes down to, man. If you wanna have that $70 price tag, you better earn it. Because I've skipped out on games that have done way more in terms of being an original title and all that shit, and actually having some decent features. I have paid way less than I would pay for The Last of Us Part 1. So yeah, to me that's a $20 upgrade. Pop in the PS4 disc. It should ask, "Oh, do you want to get the PS5 version? Just pay $20 more." I could justify that cost. 70? Fuck no. Nope. I'm sorry. It's the same game. To me, I think I wouldn't exactly say the eye patch is warranted, but given I paid full price for the past 2 releases, I mean, to me that's I guess that's kind of justifiable. And yeah, guys. What do you guys think of this? Like they dropped the trailer talking PlayStation dropped the trailer talking the trailer's name was titled like features and gameplay. Half of the trailer they spent literally half of it talking about the visuals, talking about the graphics, how beautiful everything is. That's not talking about features and gameplay. So half of it wasn't even dedicated to what the title actually said it was. And then they had nothing to talk about when it comes to actual gameplay. All right, so the only like gameplay difference is to me is the workbench. And it's like, Naughty Dog, you ain't bending me over a workbench. Sorry, bro. I'm not fucking stupid. There's nothing new for me here, sadly. It would have been an amazing experience to get the experience I described in the beginning of the video. But yeah, guys, that's about it. Let me know what you think about this. Are you gonna get The Last of Us Part 1? Or you gonna skip out on it, or are you gonna just play the remaster? I think the remaster is just the best way to go. Already own it, paid full price for it, loved it, same experience, just no in-game cutscenes. And to me, like, look, man, a fucking cutscene is just something you look at. I don't really see the big difference between the pre-rendered cutscenes and the regular cutscenes in terms of their purpose. Now, if pre-rendered cutscenes look 10 times better than the gameplay because, well, you know, it's pre-rendered and all that, that's different. If the fucking pre-rendered cutscenes look about the same as how the game is in scope, does it really make a fucking difference between the in-game cutscenes and the pre-rendered? To me personally, I don't really care that much. As long as the game it looks the same over the, you know, from gameplay to cutscene, I don't really care. I'm just looking at a fucking cutscene. Yeah, guys. With all that being said, I'm out. Peace.